You are listening to episode 17 of the Free Count Podcast, the podcast which covers the week's events in the world of pro wrestling. So let's get started.
This is the 3 Count Podcast with your host, Aaron Phelan, Adam Barlow, and Michael Titley.
Right, hello everyone, Adam Barlow here with Michael Titley.
Hello.
Where's Aaron at, Brav?
Logistical reasons state that he couldn't be here today for this Elimination Chamber preview.
I reckon he's on his dinner.
He will be back. He will be back for the Tuesday. Well, I don't know when it goes out, but the day after when we do a review and do our review.
See, you could have worded that so much better by just saying he'll be here for the pre-review show.
I could have, but I wanted to beat around the bush quite a lot.
Let's spice things up. But anyway, yeah, so this is our Elimination Chamber preview show. It's just me and Mike tonight. Lucky me. He's getting twice the abuse tonight because I've got to make up for Aaron.
Cheeky bastard.
So yeah, we'll dive straight into it. First match, as Aaron likes to call them, the Brass Ring Club versus the New Day versus... See, I've already forgot the participants. Help me out, Mike.
Los Matadores, Lucha Dragons, Primetime Players, and the Ascension.
Right, yeah, the 6-team.
But I do think that...
You think someone's going to get replaced?
I think not Wade, but I'm saying the Wade Barrett. I mean, I do think the White family will be in there instead of the Primetime Players or the Ascension. So I can see these. It'd
make more sense for him to take the Ascension out.
I can see him having a rivalry with the Ascension. That's sort of the reason why.
Because Primetime Players kind of have a bit of momentum rolling. So, but yeah, so it is an Elimination Chamber match. I'm assuming, based on what I've read and just common sense, is all teams are going to be locked in a pod together. But elimination will work by, if one member of a team gets eliminated, that entire team's out.
So I really don't like that. I don't like that format. I know, the match would go on for literally ever if that was how the match was, but I think it'd be so much better if it was elimination.
Well, technically it would be better, yeah, but like you say, it's timing issues, isn't it?
But there's timing issues, but there's only going to be 5 matches.
There's more than that, isn't there?
Well, there's one on the pre-show, isn't there? Not to forget.
There's 6 on the card, I think.
But there's one will be on the pre-show. I think it'll be Neville and Bo Dallas be on the pre-show. So I think when it does come round to, I think the Elimination Chambers they only last about 30 to 40 minutes. So
that's a pretty reasonable time for a match.
They could easily do it elimination. And it could last that long still. You never know, though.
We'll see.
They'll throw a lot of curveballs right when they're entering. This is a no DQ match, just announced.
Straight off the bat, though, I do reckon this is going to be a match of the night, in my opinion.
I do, and I don't at the same time, because I think that I really do have high hopes for the other Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I think Ryback is really going to shine in this one,
The big guy.
The big guy. So, let's stay on to the tag team as we,
Of course.
We started it, so we'll cover it.
Well, what do you think of the build, before we get into predictions of the winning? What do you think of the build for it?
Well, the thing is now is that since they're doing them every 2 weeks pay-per-views, it's quite hard to get a strong build for a pay-per-view.
I think it's been better, But I'll let you finish. Go on.
I like the constant pay-per-views because I think they're doing it so people think that they're getting more value out of the network.
Of course,
which is genius, really. But I do think that it means you have to be quick about the build, and I like that in the sense that they don't beat around the bush too much. They just sort of start rivalries and then go through them to the pay-per-view.
See, the reason I think it's been good, this 2-week build, is that we've not had to sit through the same matches over and over again.
Yeah, that's what I mean as well. The same endings.
Yeah.
What's really been frustrating me though about the builds? There's a lot of matches that we'll get into the IC. We keep running back to it, but Wade Barrett keeps losing.
He's been a bit of a jobber, innit? But yeah, like you say, you're desperate to get into it, but we'll have to wait, man.
So who do you think will win?
Right, well, I think the New Day will win, but I also want them to win.
See, I'm sort of struggling here because I know Aaron wants.
So we do. Despite him not here, we do have his predictions here. So yeah, I'll let you give the honours out there.
So he wants the New Day. Only joking. He wants the primetime players. No, he don't really. He wants the Brawling Club to win, but he thinks New Day, and I don't know, because it's weird, because since the New Day have 3 partners, Elijah Burke is going to get involved in some way or another in the match.
How's he going to get in?
Well, when someone gets eliminated, he could run in.
Yeah, that's true. By Elijah Burke, I assume you mean Xavier there.
Of course.
You're just being a bit banterily racist.
I'm just being hipster. It's not racist, I just think they're quite similar.
Oh, all right, Michael Cole. We'll move on from that.
Michael Cole.
What about you then? So, what are your predictions?
I think New Day, because I think they've got an edge. But I don't think. I think if it's a new champion, I don't think it'll be Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
Yeah.
But I do think New Day. But I want Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
What about the other teams, though? How would you feel about any of the other competitors?
Long as Los Matadores don't win it, I think I'll be happy, because I'm not a fan of them at all.
Alright, no, fair enough.
From day one, I've not liked them.
Ole, Maggle. Right, do you want to move on to the next one then?
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to Bo Dallas versus Neville.
Let's do it. So again, build to the match. Like I say, it's only been a short one, 2 weeks. Do you think they've done a good job in the time that they've had?
Yes and no. In the time that they've had, yes, but I don't really think... I think it's a typical pre-show match, this.
And it could very well be on the pre-show.
But I don't want them to do what they did with Mania when they had the Battle Royal as the pre-show. That was beyond stupidity.
They had a lot of time to fill there, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but still, they shouldn't have done that. But I do hope that that's the pre-show match. I will probably watch the pre-show if that is the pre-show match. But
here's the thing: I find myself not watching the pre-shows if I don't watch the pay-per-view live, which I won't be doing tonight because I have work tomorrow. Sad times.
Sad times for you.
Yes.
I don't know. It depends really how they want to spin it, because they could do it a number of ways. But if they can't really have a Divas match on the pre-show anymore. I don't think.
I can't remember the last time they did. When did they?
That's what I mean. I don't physically think they can. I think there's too much.
Got to give them Divas a chance, haven't we?
There's too much of a backlash if they don't. So I think that they're inclined to do that.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough, really, because they do deserve a chance. They can't just keep sticking them to the back of the line.
I do think. Well, obviously we'll get onto it, but Divas do tend to get pretty solid matches on pay-per-views. I'd say.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10.
The last few ones haven't been as good, but I think this will be a really... Well, we're not even onto it yet. We'll move on to that later.
We will.
So, predictions.
I think Neville will win. I won't mind Bo Dallas winning, to be honest. I'm a bit of a Bo Dallas fan, but just to pin it down, I'll say I want Neville to win as well.
So, I'll fill in for Aaron.
You be the Aaron, yeah.
I'll be the Aaron. I want Neville to win, and I think Neville will win.
Wow,
that was my Yonner accent. So there you go.
Aaron, that.
I really.
I genuinely thought he was in the call. Then
that's what I mean. I did as well, and then I thought, oh, who's that voice? I went, oh shit, it's mine.
That was uncanny. That.
See, I think Bo Dallas is going to win.
You reckon?
Well, look at Neville lately. He don't really need a win, does he? And I think this could build if Bo Dallas cheats his way to win. Attacks his knee.
Oh yeah, if he wins, it's definitely going to sort of build for another rivalry match, definitely. And if he does win, I can't see it being clean. Oh, if
Dirty wins are the best.
Well, actually, is targeting an injury classed as not a clean win?
No, but he could always, I don't mean targeting an injury, but I mean say like, he could do anything, Bo Dallas. He might even get disqualified.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can have too many disqualifications on one pay-per-view.
It's pretty bad. Having one's bad enough, but yeah. Because there is another match where we think that'll happen, but we'll move on to that.
We'll move on to that later.
Yeah.
Jumping the gun. You're literally jumping over it.
I'm jumping over it. Right, well, so I suppose that's that one sorted.
Divas match next.
Can do if you want, yeah.
I think the build for this has been quite good, I'll be honest.
I think it's been alright, yeah.
The only thing I didn't like is... I know it's because I'm a Page fan and you'll say that you'll rip me a new arsehole for this or whatever, but...
I reckon you'd like that.
I fucking wouldn't. Not you doing it anyway. But I just don't like... I didn't like the way that Paige lost on Raw. I don't think she should have.
Why?
because there was no need for Naomi to win, really. There was more of a call for Paige to win by disqualification or something like that. Just the way Naomi won wasn't very... I mean, the ref looking it right at it, sort of like...
Alright, yeah, it wasn't very well executed. It could have been executed a lot better, but I see what they were trying to do.
It was just the way that Tamina Stuckers just beat Paige, and I think that's a bit of a... I think it's a bit of a bad point. I think the best result could have been the Bellas getting involved as well, which would have been good, and then led to Paige turning on Nikki again, which would have been, I thought, quite good. But we've got this. What do you think of the build, then?
I think the build's been good. Paige and Naomi definitely seem to be the sort of focal point of it. There's not really been much. At least
it's weird. It's weird how Nikki Bella's the champion, but she's not really involved.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I've definitely noticed that. Like, I can't really think of anything significant that she's done leading up to the match. But yeah, if we move on to predictions, I don't see her walking out of this one with the championship.
See, that's the only sneaky feeling that I had, that she could win it, because there's nothing about her in this match, but she can. She's shown that, like, there's matches where, you know, you think, oh god, she can't win this, and then she ends up winning it.
There's nothing to say she will or won't, is what you
mean. Yeah,
that's
definitely.
A good point. I see your point there. No, but I think Naomi will win, and I want Naomi to win.
Fair enough.
What about Aaron? What do you think?
I think, I don't know why my accent's changing every time for Aaron, but I want Paige to win, but I think Naomi.
Yeah, I can vouch for that one. That's definitely what he wants.
Then it's what he wants.
What about you? I'm assuming you're going to be the same.
Yeah, I'm going to be the same. No. I think Paige will win.
Do you genuinely think she will? Have you got a bet on her? Have you bet on her?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've done a couple small ones, but I might do one in a minute just to tide me over for the pay-per-view.
Why not?
It sort of makes it more interesting.
Such a gambler, aren't you?
I know, yeah. These 50p bets are going to be the death of me.
I reckon they will. Alright, well, we'll move on to our next Elimination Chamber match then, I think. The big one. I'm going to try and remember the names. So we have Barrett, Sheamus, Ryback, maybe not Rusev. There's been a bit of a rumour about injury, but so far it's Rusev, R-Truth and Dolph.
Come on.
Dolph
Yeah,
Ziggler.
there you go,
there we
Dolph.
go, that's all of them. Yeah, so straight off the bat, there's been rumours about a Rusev injury and that he could be being replaced by
who?
By Bray Wyatt, if the rumours are right. I don't know if nothing's been confirmed as of yet. I don't think.
See, I don't read dirt sheets or anything like that, so I'm not really filled in on stuff like this.
He was injured. He was injured on SmackDown. Well, at least that's what I think it was during his match with the big guy.
Big guy.
Yeah, there's nothing confirmed on WWE.com, not that I can see anyway. So yeah, but so as of right now, we still have Rusev, but we'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. But yeah, what do you think of the build to that one then?
Good, but I don't know, because it's weird. It's funny because Wade Barrett should have been pushing a lot more for this match, and he hasn't.
So you're not pleased with this, are you?
Well, he shouldn't have got beat to Ryback.
No, I don't.
The way he got beat to Ryback, we discussed this on the 3-Count podcast, and it was just ridiculous how he got beat. It was just
pretty weak, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was pathetic, in my opinion. And it's like, where did he go from there? And then on SmackDown, he gets beat to R-Truth.
R-Truth.
He got beat twice, but it was such a clean win for R-Truth. It was stupid. But
you see, the thing is, though, I really do feel they're trying to push R-Truth as like a contenderous threat kind of thing, which personally I'm not against. I've always been a fan of him. I like his. I find him entertaining. He's pretty solid in the ring, I'd say. So yeah, it's not like I mind him winning, but I do agree with what you're saying though. They've definitely been sort of pushing.
They should have sacrificed someone else rather than Wade.
Yeah,
that's my only gripe.
Yeah.
Which it would have been a better idea, I think.
But there it is.
There's I think there's a lot of other people who have been quite pushed well. I think I think Dolph sort of has, but I don't think Dolph can win because he's too much in the Rusev triangle.
Yeah. I think that's going to be another feud for another pay-per-view, definitely.
But it could spill from this, say, I don't know, Dolph eliminates Rusev and then Rusev gets angry and KOs him. It's happened before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And history does repeat itself.
Oh, there is a small chance of one of them winning the title, and then that sort of leads into the feud between them two. I mean, I'd dig that. Because I love a feud that has a good storyline, but also involves a title, so it makes the title mean something as well.
Well, yeah, I think I agree with that as well. But I think the main build has got to be Sheamus. Because
Sheamus, yeah,
he's been brutal.
He has been pushed like a motherfucker. Well, I suppose that'll lead us into predictions. I do think Sheamus will win this one. Do I want him to win, though? You know, I've not really thought about this one. Just off the bat right now, I'd say I want...
Go on.
Well, I'd say I want Dolph to win off the bat.
Wow, really?
Personally, yeah, and then lead that into a feud with Rusev. That's just my wishful thinking, though.
Aaron...
What do you think Aaron would want?
I can't remember what Aaron said, but knowing Aaron, as I do...
I'll tell you if you're right, because I have it written down.
He'll want Barrett to win.
Mm-hmm, correct.
And he'll think Sheamus.
Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to fully side with him on that.
You're going to side with him?
Yeah.
He's sucking up to him and he's not even here. Typical.
That's what I mean.
So typical.
Typical, innit? I slag him off when he's in his ear, but when he's my ass kicks him when he's not.
You're missing him, aren't we? We're missing him, man. It feels empty.
And it does, he breaks it up quite well. But I think, though, with this pay-per-view, I mean, there's one match that we'll brush on in a second after we do, but there's only one match where there's not a real... There's sort of like... I think with so many pay-per-views, they can only go with logic the way who's going to win. And I think there's too many logical wins in this.
Yeah.
So, I think they always throw a curveball, though.
Yeah, they gotta do, aren't they? Especially now with the world of gambling.
I think it's to prove... I think it's to prove that they're not bent at times as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You feel like they give bookies tips at times as well. You never know, though, do you?
Well, the bookies are probably like hardcore fans who... Well, you've said it before, haven't you? They get like the sort of investigators to read up and all that.
Well, it's people like you and Aaron who work for them who do it because they know what they're doing.
I don't really dirt sheet that much. Seriously.
No, but I mean, you normally know. All right.
You'd think I do by some of the things I come out with, but genuinely, I try and avoid them at all costs. The only things I read into are injuries, and potential. Depending on who it is, certain potential pushes that people might be planning to get. I tend not to read into who's rumoured to win each match and all that, because it sort of ruins it for me. I stay away from that sort of stuff. But I like to know what's going on, like sort of how I see it as like the thing that I love. I like to know who's injured, who's not going to be competing and all that sort of stuff.
See, I've never, as you know, I'm not big with computers or anything, and from the time I've watched WWE to even now, I just watch it. I don't really.
You don't think about it.
There's nothing ready. I don't even read articles on WWE.com.
That's surprising. Because I'll give you that one.
And I just don't like. I just like watching it. It sounds really like childish, but I can still watch it as a kid. I think that's pretty good.
That's good. But at the same time, you get angry like a kid as well, don't you?
Exactly, and I think it's quite a good thing, really.
So I suppose, speaking of you getting angry, we can lead that one into
Mr. John Cena.
Is this going to be your match of the night?
If Cena wins, yeah. I think it's weird because this is another match that could end in DQ.
I don't think it should. Well, actually,
I
think if any match does end in DQ, it should be this one. Because I know you might not. No, it's a touchy subject with it being Cena, but I do think it's important that both competitors stay strong in this one, regardless.
You know what I'd love just to piss off people if Kevin Owens did that powerbomb onto the apron and then John Cena just kicked out at 2.
I reckon that's possible.
It made my day.
It's possible.
I think though Cena's at that stage in a career where normally at this stage in a career, most people they start losing big matches because it's not necessary.
They're not necessary to win.
But I think it's really necessary for Cena to win.
Why?
And because I just think it is. I think it's Cena's being really hyped as a US champion, and he's a very good one.
Mm.
He's probably one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Just because of his open challenges, and I don't think he can really afford to lose a match like this to such a. If we're going to paint it black and white, he's not really up there, is he? Because he's on NXT.
That's where I disagree, because I like what they're doing with this build here. Normally with the NXT guys, they push them as rookies. The up-and-comers. Whereas with this guy, they're being honest with what's going on. He's not a rookie. He's been doing this for 15 years. He just never... And he said it himself, he's only just caught his break with the WWE. And I like what they're doing with that.
Yeah, I do like that, but at the same time, it's sort of like... I don't know, are they building for Cena to get beat by him? Are they building...
Well, you gotta assume that this is not just going to be... Regardless of what happens, I can't see it being a one-off affair.
Well, not now. I can't see it happening for a while until Kevin Owens comes onto the main brand, but...
Well, there's another rumour. With Rusev being injured, they are looking to bring Owens up to sort of replace him. Which I'd be up for seeing.
Maybe he can always enter the chamber.
He's definitely being looked for, to be pushed to the main roster very soon. So
I think as soon as he does, I think Sami Zayn is pretty much will be there.
Yeah, he's
not that far away.
Well, yeah, I agree, because he's not really got much else to prove on the.
But I think they're going to have sort of an Edge and Christian thing, them two. Not just because they're both Canadian, but sort of a love-hate one. At the same time, best friends, but
Owens and Zayn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they can bring the feud that they have brewing over on NXT to the main roster. I'd be up for that, getting more exposure.
Yeah, it would be alright, wouldn't it? Yeah. Actually, thinking about it now.
This match is definitely going to be great, regardless.
I think this match has got it will be most likely the match of the night.
Probably will be, outside of the tag team match, like I said before. But yeah, easily a solid second if the tag team match is match of the night.
So let's get on to predictions.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Adam, you go first then.
Yeah, man. I think Cena will win, but I wouldn't mind seeing Owens win. Ooh. I'd like that.
All right.
What about Aaron?
Knowing Aaron, he wants Owens, and he'll probably think Owens.
I think he's yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I've actually remember that. Yeah, he did think Owens.
A bold prediction, that, isn't it?
I don't think it's that bold,
I reckon it is.
This is the only match where it's sort of down the middle.
You think?
Well, yeah, because
he's had Cena's number every time they've encountered. He's attacked him. Each encounter has had Cena lying down.
But Cena's had that quite a lot in his career.
That's what I mean. So it's usually I hate looking at it this way, but it's kind of true that 9 times out of 10 it's usually the person who's left lying down on the floor before the pay-per-view that ends up winning. Usually. It's very rare that.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, I hate seeing it that way, but that's really how it is.
And I obviously think Cena and want Cena because I am an avid member of the C Nation.
Committed, very committed.
Committed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a top match.
I do think it'll be good. I think there'll be some very... I think it could be intense as well during... I think there'll be a point where, near the end, where something happens big.
I reckon the crowd is going to... it's going to be a pretty crowd-intensive match as well.
I think Cena's been through that all his career, though.
I don't necessarily mean it's going to be completely hostile, but I do think it's going to be
I'm sort of... I don't know with him, because it seems like a lot of the crowd who don't watch NXT are instantly what's the phrase I'm using? Acting like they've been fans for. I mean, I don't watch NXT.
Yeah. A lot of bandwagon fans, you mean?
Yeah, not bandwagon.
I like what Cena did. I really appreciate this. Cena sort of got the fight Owens fight chant going, Raw, which is really good because it's sort of like for the people who don't know who he is. He's giving them the chant that they need, to join in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sort of educating people, and not educating. He's not educating them in any way, but he's sort of putting him over before the match has even happened, and I appreciate that. I think that's
I think that's very good of him.
It's pretty decent of him. That. What a lad.
What a guy! What a guy!
Yeah.
He is the greatest man who's ever lived, though. To be fair to him,
he's the man who runs the place
with his big face.
Shall we move on to our main event?
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Main event. Pull camera down. Classic Todd Grisham. So we have Seth Rollins defending his title against the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. What do we think? Build wise.
Good build. I wouldn't have told you that I thought Dean Ambrose would be up this high after Payback.
If I'd have asked you that 2 weeks ago, would Dean Ambrose be in the main event of Elimination Chamber, you would have said no.
No, I'm. This is sounding daft, but I'm really sensing a Roman Reigns heel turn for this pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's plausible. You mean like sort of costing Ambrose the match?
Yeah, because
out of jealousy as well, it could be.
Well, I think that Roman Reigns has come to a standpoint now where he can't really. He can challenge for the title, but he shouldn't, because there are people like Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose and maybe Bray Wyatt in a couple of weeks who should be, up there going for it. Whereas I think
I wouldn't say I disagree with Randy Orton. I think he's.
I agree with Orton.
Well, I'm not saying he should never have another shot, but I don't think he needs one for this foreseeable.
He doesn't need one, but I think he's great in the ring with Seth Rollins. I just think that with what's it called? With Roman, ever since he left the Shield, he's only had one rivalry, a proper rivalry, and that was against the Big Show. And it weren't good.
It was alright.
It should have been better.
Could have been better.
But it's weird because he's just sort of cut. I mean, I've never liked him, and people was on the bandwagon and then jumped off it when he won the Royal Rumble. But it's sort of weird how he's came from not having a single good rivalry. No offence to him, not his fault. And then he was in the main event at WrestleMania. It was a bit like, I mean, I'm not slagging him off because he did do well in the main event, but I think they should have him have a good rivalry now with someone.
Well, I think he hasn't got a match on the card tonight.
No, he hasn't.
Unless he gets like an impromptu match against Kane or something.
He could always join the IC match if Rusev isn't in it. Yeah. Which I personally like, because I think I'd love to see him in the Elimination Chamber.
I think he'd kill it in an Elimination Chamber, man, seriously.
I think he'd be good for outside. I am starting to like Roman Reigns. I'm not going to continue to slag him off, but I just think that they need to have him in a good rivalry where he can prosper from it.
Yeah.
And then sort of get some sort of fan connection. I mean, he could be against anyone like Ryback. I think that could be a good match, him against Ryback.
Maybe not.
I reckon.
I won't mind Reigns versus Wyatt,
It sounds good, but it's just going to end with Bray Wyatt getting buried.
I wouldn't say he'd get buried. See, people overuse that word too much.
They overuse it, but I think that Wyatt's had too many bad defeats now. Bad defeats.
Not Barrett. Wyatt can get defeated. It's just how they play it afterwards, what they do with him afterwards.
But they've shown that every time he's had a bad beat, he's not recovered from it because they haven't stuck him with anything good. That's why I think he gets. And I think when he comes off after the Cena thing, it weren't believable because it was like
it wasn't the loss against Cena that was the problem. His loss was fine. It was what they did afterwards.
Yeah, they made him look like it. The way they promoted him, it was like he beat Cena.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of credit. But I think though, if he does get Roman Reigns, he probably will get destroyed. In terms of how it goes, and then it was just.
We'd have to see, but I'd risk it, me. I'd personally like to see it, but like I say, we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is another match though that I'm really looking forward to: Rollins versus Ambrose. Big fan of Ambrose, which is why I do want him to win.
Hate the Shield, but love them two out of the Shield. Yeah, to be honest.
So I'd like Ambrose to win, but I do think Rollins will retain. I think it could be a disqualification finish. So this was the other match we were talking about before, where we think. Yeah,
I do think the Authority could get involved, but I think they could do it a way that Seth Rollins pins Dean Ambrose.
Yeah,
have a distraction.
Yeah, but that'd be better because I hate main event disqualifications.
Yeah, but
just out of interest, what do you think of Rollins using the pedigree?
I like it, but I don't like that he's not using the curb stomp.
Yeah, no, same here. I do prefer that, but he's actually said it himself that the curb stomp is definitely gone for the foreseeable, and that the pedigree is his new move moving forward.
But you know what the thing is? Until we mentioned it on the Free Count podcast, I completely forgot that he weren't using the curb stomp.
Yeah, it's not like he's stopped using it. That's a problem. It's the fact that they've completely covered it up. Like even when they show a flashback to his win at Mania, they completely cut the curb stomp out of it. It's like,
they shouldn't do that though.
No, should they? It's not that bad.
It's not like, it's not some sort of chokehold that's going to kill him.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but oh well, what can you do? So yeah, I do think Seth will win, but I do want Dean.
Yeah, you want Dean, don't you?
Yeah. What would Aaron say?
Aaron would want... No, he's a fan of Seth, and I've not... Oh, shit, I can't remember what he said.
You guess, I'll tell you.
He'll think Seth, and he'll want Seth.
Yep, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yes.
You're on your note today.
I'm on the ball. I'm on the ball today.
What about you, then?
I want Dean, but I think Seth.
Okay.
Why do I think Dean?
Don't know, why do you think... I'm surprised you think Dean.
I think Dean, and I want Dean.
I'm surprised,
What?
I'm surprised you think and want that.
Well...
So you actually think Dean will win, yeah?
Yeah. I think it might be by DQ, but I think he'll win.
Right, okay. Right, that's plausible. Why, though? How come you want him to win? I'm surprised, though.
I think he'd be a good champion.
He'd be different, put it that way.
That's what I mean. I think we've not seen something like that before. I haven't seen something like that before. I don't know about you, but I think it could be very good. But there's always that case that they have Dean as champion, and then they don't do anything with him, even as champion. But there's
always a risk.
It's one of them though. It's like they've got to figure out a way to bring Brock in, which is ridiculous because, I mean, I love Brock. I think he's brilliant, but the fact that he's in about 4 shows a year and he's going to probably challenge for the title. Maybe it's a bit silly.
You know what though? Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. Oh my god!
Brilliant! It would be brilliant.
Fantastic. Seriously, I would pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
By a lot of money, I mean $9.99. But go on.
I really hope that they do The Rock versus Brock.
That would be that's a possible Mania match.
Or The Rock versus Triple H.
Either of them have been heavily rumoured, speculated.
But I hope Triple H should win.
Yeah.
Just for Rock to get his comeuppance.
Oh dear.
For being an asshole.
Go on, I'll give you 5 minutes to express your hate.
No. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. So, do you think it'll be a good pay-per-view? Do you think it'll be a good?
I think it'll be alright,
I do think it'll be good myself.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I watch them all live, so I really get hyped when I'm watching it live.
See, I'm a working man. I can't do that.
Same here, but I work nights. You all start working nights. It's great.
Mike works nights, guys.
Watch WWE.
You know what? I might try and watch a bit of it. I don't know. I'll decide. But yeah, no, I am genuinely looking forward to it though, whether I watch it live or not.
I think Aaron's looking forward to it. He don't watch it live because
he never does. Yeah, I don't. He's not much of a. He loves his sleep, doesn't he?
I think he can watch it though when it's not live and get hyped for it though, because I think he just sort of sits in a room and watches it all, which is fair enough. But let's just hope that.
I've got my telly back now from my uni flat, so
there you go.
I'm buzzing, me, seriously.
Let's just hope that all my predictions come in.
Right.
And Cena wins.
Keep a note of them.
I will do.
Right, so I suppose that about covers this preview show. So thanks very much for listening. Oh, actually, plugs. Yeah,
don't forget to check out Pro Wrestling Powerhouse.
Pro Wrestling Powerhouse. See, this is where we need Aaron for this because
but he reads a lot of that. Right? I mean, I've read
every now and again, but he puts them over like Rover Man.
He genuinely does read them though. That's why he puts them over a lot better than us.
Yeah. No, I do check them out. There are some pretty decent articles.
There are some good articles. Yeah, I think they had a Cena one a couple of weeks ago. That was quite good.
Oh, I bet you love that one, didn't you? And as always, big thanks to the people over at Podbean who give our podcast a listen. We really do appreciate the sort of small fan base we're sort of growing over there. Really appreciate that. But also to people who check us out on YouTube, keep your comments coming in.
Yeah, keep your comments going.
I appreciated your comment last week about Mike. That was
Embrace the hate.
that gave us some good banter. So whoever it was that commented that, cheers, lad. And yeah, thanks for checking out this episode of the Three Count Podcast, and we'll see you for the review of the pay-per-view
and the Raw show
and the Fallout show, I should say, in a few days.
You've been listening to the 3 Count Podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for more weekly wrestling roundup.